What up, though? Oh shit, what up though? Welcome to Real Bar Talk, Marcus Brothers Podcast. Tone, I cannot find this thing. Oh, there it goes now. I'm your host, Mr. Unpopular Opinion, Tori, and I'm joined by my co-host.
It's your girl, Notorious Casey. What it do?
All right, we back in the building. This is episode 108.
Damn, 108.
Doing it. 108, episode 108. We are joined by a returning but special guest. Y'all should remember him from his episode when he debuted his album, The Baptism.
One of my favorites.
Become a friend. He hit me up. He wanted to come back. We'll talk about the reason he's back. But I want to give a Real Bar Talk welcome to H. Kane.
What's going on? Y'all, you a friend. We family now. We ain't friends. We family.
That's right.
Talk about it.
Nation, you know, I sent them, you know, this
Talk
way. This is family. We all
You better let
family.
them know.
Tori, my fellow Pisces brother. So
That's right.
He really
Lord.
family.
That's how you know you good people.
Exactly.
No, wait a
people,
minute.
Best people got credit.
Wait.
Oh, here comes the
Wait.
Pisces slander.
Wait.
Ain't no Pisces slander. You can't say no bad about a
You
Pisces.
can't.
Yes, the fuck you can. Are you serious? Y'all are some of the craziest men. Okay, there are some good Pisces women. Shout out to Denise. Hey, Didi. Love my girl. But the men?
That's that margarita
No,
kicking it.
no. I've lived with one for 4 years, so no. Ain't got nothing to do with nothing.
And you still there.
You're right.
Exactly.
Yeah, after all this fussing and stuff, she's still there.
It's Pisces. It ain't
Shout
even
out to the
season
Pisces.
No more. Shout out to them.
But
Bless your heart.
how y'all doing? What's been going on? What's new in the world?
This weekend was great. Like, the city was quiet. It made it amazing. Like, to really be able to drive and not have to worry about
You saying that
craziness.
because everybody was in Arizona.
Yeah, I mean, but I'm not one of those people who was hating on everybody
No.
being in Arizona. I most definitely wanted people to show out and show up,
Absolutely.
and they did they damn
I
thing.
swear to goodness, they was looking good too.
Looking good. Shout out to everybody who went to
for
Arizona and did their
real.
thing.
The ones that was hating was the ones that I what's wrong with you?
They didn't have the money to go.
Excuse me, no. They was in a pool party thick.
Shout out to Jeezy not getting in to perform either. I seen that. Like, that was, yeah.
Look, I mean,
What?
it's gonna be hiccups and problems everywhere, especially when you got a bunch of different promoters running a bunch of different events. I mean, that first night, I don't think things were planned out, as well as they could have been. But all I can say is, if I had paid $1,500 for a section and they shut the club down early, the police would have been there for me.
Baby, do you look? You
That's who they'd
said
have been
you
there
don't
for.
think it was planned properly. Yeah, for the party goers.
The initial
But
night, but I was told there were two different promoters, two different
Oh
things.
yeah.
So the
you
one
janky
the
promoter
video
we seen.
the one we saw, the video we saw, was a different promoter. I think. I don't know if that was the one Whitney and them had lined up, but I mean, we know it got shut down early. People couldn't get in. The star couldn't get in and everything, but. I saw the pool party look cracking. I seen people doing the ATV thing. I saw the day party on Sunday.
I think my biggest thing reason I didn't go, it was too many promoters. It was too many. So I didn't want to feel like I was at one thing and then everybody else was at something else and I'm missing it. And that's what was my biggest thing.
Do your own thing. That's what I was saying. Like, you really don't have to. Like, my guy and his wife, with the pictures that they were posting, looked so cracking. Like everything that they was doing,
And it
But
wasn't none of our events.
they were still there. They didn't miss out on no Jeezy shit. They didn't, but they were still in Arizona and still got to see.
How they didn't miss
Our
out on no Jeezy
friends
shit
are-
and he couldn't get in?
No, I'm saying they didn't even try to go to that.
So
I
what you're
wouldn't
saying is
even
they
try.
didn't go to the events.
Not that event. They did go to the day party, but they didn't go to the Jeezy one. But they did go to the day party. I seen them doing the ATVs and all of that. But they didn't miss out on anything.
I just feel like with 8 different promoters, and I know I'm over exaggerating.
I was gonna say 8.
You gonna miss something. I'm over here, but it look like it's cracking over there.
But
That's
see,
what.
the problem is. We stay in Milwaukee, so we limited to thinking only one party should be going. If you were at All Star Weekend, it'd be 10, 12
That's
different
true.
parties going at the same time. If we stayed in Atlanta or New York, it'd be parties popping up all over the place. So I don't really got a problem with the whole battle in the desert thing, as they coined it, because if we stayed in a cracking ass city, then we would have multiple shit going on at the same time.
And I see what he's saying. It's like we
I mean,
going
your
out of
thing-
town. Tory got an event. Casey got an event. HK got an event.
Well, my thing,
Which one you going to?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like where we going with
Exactly.
it?
That's why
what
I
I
wish
think.
they would all just collab together. Because
They-
when we
it
went to
ain't
Milwaukee
like
meets
that.
Atlanta, it
Nah.
wasn't like that at all. You didn't have to pick between 20
It's too
different
much
events.
money.
It was you knew where you was
Too
going.
much money to be had.
Man, if that ain't no issue to me. If I was going down there with my people, we was gonna be strolling
Everywhere.
in whatever party we was going to, and whatever party we was going to, that's the one we was gonna have fun.
Hello.
At. Like y'all was.
That's
at,
how we roll,
Y'all might have
though.
been across town. Salute to y'all. Y'all had y'all party cracking. We had our party cracking.
Mm-hmm.
But then 9 times out of 10, I don't like packed places. No way. So that first
But
night,
it seemed
I'd
like
been
all
partying.
of them was like that, though, right?
Yeah.
It seemed like
the
all of
the
them was
pool
like
par-
that.
The pool party from all
That
these
mug
pictures
was
I seen-
thick.
I seen it was a lot of space in the pool party though, for them to move around and do whatever. Every picture I seen, it was space, for people to move around. People
I ain't
were in their
seen no
own
space.
sections and cabanas.
I ain't seen
and
no space,
Some people
but-
were in the pools or whatever. So
Because I was like, ain't nan person got a mask on. And I think I'm so used to living in the mask world that everybody should have a mask on now.
When I was in Houston a couple weeks ago,
Ain't nobody don't nobody wear a mask anymore.
I was in there a couple months ago, and
Yeah.
what was it? Chapman and Kirby. It was probably 2,000
That's
people
what-
in there, and they now one
I
of
can
us
show
had a
you
mask.
That's
video
what
footage.
I'm
We were there that
saying.
Sunday, and it was
That's
Chap-
why I'm
Chapman
like,
and
1,000
Kirby.
people.
The-
They rocking.
The
Yeah,
pool
party
party
like
that
a big
Tori just explained, I seen same footage. Nobody had a mask on.
Yeah, well, shoot. So you win the winter room. I mean, ain't nobody got no mask on party.
Yeah, I took my shit off at that point. I was
Yeah,
like, no,
right,
that's
man,
not it.
that's
I
what
right in my
I'm
pocket,
saying.
like, fuck it.
I would have looked like a weirdo.
Oh, you don't want to look like a weirdo.
Partying with everybody
On the
else.
real.
man.
Thank God, I
Jesus.
still ain't had COVID. So thank God, I partied. I took it off. I went and bought a cigar. I was like, let's go in there.
Hey, I ain't judging nobody. I think, like I said, I think I'm more,
Paranoid.
yeah. And when I come here, where my mask at? Where my
I
mask
just
at?
put mine in my
I gotta
pocket.
have my mask. Where's my mask? And that's messed up.
Yeah, society
It's
got us
really
like this.
messed up. Like,
I just keep my mask because I needed to get into places. But other than that, I ain't.
ain't
take it
nobody wearing that. Like, for real.
I ain't.
I'm not. I don't want to.
My fear of COVID is over with now. I'm sorry. I mean,
Child.
You got the vaccine?
yeah, I'm already vaccinated.
I was supposed to get my first dose on Thursday, and I'm ready to punk out.
Fuck that. I ain't getting none of that shit.
Only reason I'm scared now is because Pfizer went back from what they originally said. Now
gotta
they're saying
get
it's
the
going to be a
third
yearly
dose.
thing.
You
Yeah,
gotta-
it's going to be a
yeah.
yearly thing.
Well, I had already assumed that it's gonna like the flu shot.
See, I didn't.
And
I thought
I
it was
never
like get
had
the 2
to
doses and you good for life.
No.
Nah,
No.
I never thought it was gonna be like that.
No. And that's oh Lord.
So
I can go.
So while we on the
I-
subject,
I'm-
me and a Milwaukee activist had words on social media a couple
Oh, my
days ago.
God. What's the activist's initials?
Who?
He has the same name as me. So
Tory Lowe.
He made a post, and he's been anti-vaccine, and
Same
I understand being anti-vaccine. I really do. I understand people's position on not wanting to take it. That's why I don't tell people, I took it, you should take it. What I tell people is, do what's best for you. That's the way I think the world should be. Do what's best for you.
Exactly.
Whether you take it, whether you don't take it, who cares? It was, if you feel it was rushed, fine. Pfizer says they've been working on the COVID, just not the 19 part, for years. So if
how
you
you working on something you don't even know nothing about?
Well, COVID's not new. That's what everybody, for some odd reason, thinks COVID was new. COVID has never
They
been
named it something else.
The 19 part is new because that's the strand of
Right.
COVID.
Right.
So if you feel it's not safe, like Johnson & Johnson, let's break this down. Johnson & Johnson.
Child, if I can't put your powder on my pussy, I'm not putting your vaccine in my veins. Okay?
Johnson & Johnson comes out and says, we can do what Moderna and Pfizer is doing in 2 shots that take a month's time in 1 dose.
J&J
Don't you think there's something wrong with that?
It was a lot wrong with it. I'm getting a shot through my job, and they were initially up until last week were offering Johnson & Johnson, and I said no because I do my homework. I read up on which one is more powerful than the other, but 1 shot just didn't sit right to me either. So I'm like, and so a lot of my coworkers, they're Caucasian, they already took it, and they took Johnson & Johnson. Shit, 1 shot, I was out of there. That's the only thing I gotta fucking take. And then the report just came out. It's causing rare blood clots, all kind of shit like that. So our job changed it and went to Pfizer, which is the one I initially said I would take if I was to take it. And that's why I signed up. But now,
honesty, it's too potent. Why do you think Pfizer is saying you take a shot and then you got to wait 21 days? Moderna is saying take a shot, you got to wait 28 days. And Johnson & Johnson said we can do it all at once. You're right, the shit is entirely too potent for you to be handling, so everybody's getting sick off this shit. Look, much to what my bestie over here just said, they haven't been able to get their talcum powder right in 30 years. You think I'm really about to sit up here and let y'all give me some medicine?
They really telling you, do not put your powder on the babies. Like back in the day, Johnson & Johnson, the powder, that was our go-to. But I knew... I had my
issue with their lotion at one point.
Yes, the lotion, everything Johnson & Johnson, their products. Don't put your shampoo in the babies. Their products are janky. So here they come with a COVID vaccine.
they just have to get their hands into the game. They want it.
Yeah.
But 1 shot.
And if you look into that family, look into the family, and I ain't gonna say nothing else because they might want to swarm me out. So that's it. I'm serious.
So back to
when
my
you
point.
get to talking about these people, they don't like that. I'm serious. They don't like. Look what they did to Dr. Sebi. Got him right up out of here when he was speaking the honest to God truth. And the stuff that I see that he talk about, I'm serious. No, I'm dead serious.
Dr. Sebi,
Him.
the one that told you to drink alkaline water and sea moss for everything.
Not for everything.
That is what he damn near told
He
you
did
everything.
not say for everything.
Watch Dr. Sebi's.
He did not say for everything.
Damn near everything. The remedy was sea moss and alkaline water.
Oh my God! Now
Then
you
when
a
nobody listen-
lie. What about the turmeric and about the greens and about
Okay.
everything else?
Believe that quack if you want to
Ooh,
too.
he's a quack. See,
That's y'all problem. Y'all just.
this is see. I'm gonna beat him up after this show.
I'm just saying.
Are you?
Back to me and Tory Lowe. So me and Tory Lowe, Tory Lowe makes a status telling people, not to take the vaccine, that giving half information. What he was referring to was the debacle with Johnson & Johnson. And now he told everybody not to take the vaccine. I have no problem with people who vocally say they don't want to take it. But this could be something that may potentially save somebody's life. So now I feel like you're doing a disservice to the community and the people you influence because you're vocally telling them not to take some medicine that may help them. Now, whether it helps them or not, it's not for me to say, but it could potentially help them and you're telling them not to take it.
What you saying to Tory Lowe? What you telling him?
Oh, well, he's a liar. I'm like, y'all listening to somebody who claimed the girl was missing, who was writing under the stat saying, I'm here. You're talking to a guy that said...
Wait a minute. We reported that to y'all. Listen to our earlier episodes. This same person,
that girl missing, and then she writing under the status, I'm right here, G.
Okay, that's what he's speaking on.
And then number 2, this was the man that said COVID was a hoax. This time last year, as a matter of fact, down to the day, was screaming that COVID didn't exist and it was a hoax. Till folks in the hood start dying of the shit. Because I think we all either know someone or know someone that lost someone due to this pandemic. While he was out here walking around preaching that the government was lying, it wasn't a pandemic and all that. People like that should not be giving advice on what people should be doing. You should just simply stay in the back and say, I'm not taking this shit. Because obviously you don't believe Fat Miss Grit. You never had COVID. Obviously you didn't run across anybody with COVID. That changed your position on how outlook of this. I, however, have known quite a few people that have buried somebody because of this. So if there is a possible vaccine that could keep people from losing loved ones, hey, you don't know until you try. Because the vaccine has not proved fatal. It's caused, people, nausea.
It's a whole...
Everybody that I know take it just like said they had bad headaches.
I was fatigued. For
my cousin said she felt
hours.
like she got hit by a bus.
It does make your joints and stuff achy.
You know what I mean?
Well, it didn't make mine achy, but I've heard it makes people joints ache. It gives them fevers and stuff like that. There are side effects for different folks. But I haven't read anything in any report where it became fatal or there was some kind of long-term adverse reactions.
Outside of the women whose uteruses are falling out and bleeding, outside of all those people.
And where did that come from? I didn't read a report on that.
Good Morning America. The lady was interviewed and she fell out.
And she says the vaccine. Now we got one lady that...
No, that's not one lady. Remember the nurse? It was a nurse that the same thing happened to her.
On Good Morning America.
Yes.
I remember that white nurse passed out, but then she said it wasn't due to the...
They made her lie.
See.
They made her lie. Come on now. After she took that shit, she fell completely.
But she said it wasn't due to that.
They made her say that. And it's okay. It's okay. We see movies like this. We think we're watching TV, but we're watching real life.
Good Morning America says COVID vaccines not believed to have impact
Robin
on fertility.
Robin is the one who...
yeah, whatever. So
I mean, it's okay. Like, I'm not telling no one what to do with it. Like,
it's up to you.
For real. It is truly up to you, but do your research.
I was going to say do your research.
Do your research and go from there. That's all I'm going to say. Like, I'm not telling nobody what to do. Who am I?
I know if I start feeling funny on Thursday, I'm going home. My job is the one administering. They giving it, so shit, I can go home. If I don't feel right, then shit, I'm going to the crib, and y'all gonna pay me. Y'all gave me this shit.
Yeah, right.
They probably not gonna pay me, but I'm gonna fight for it.
I'm like, you set up to get it this week.
Yeah. I just feel like I do want to do some stuff. Like, I'm talking with my fellas.
Why do you want to do it?
Because I'm talking with my fellas. Like, we want to go to Carnival next year. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You got to have it to travel outside of the country.
Well, that's what I told them when I told them I opted to get it. Because I was against it before. But
I was too.
But I have a daughter that stays in Virginia. So if heaven forbid something happens to her and now a 17-hour drive to get to my child, a 2-hour flight, what would have been a 2-hour flight turns into a 17-hour drive. Trying to get to my kid, because I didn't, just take this little stupid ass shot. Now I'm fully vaccinated. I ain't had no side effects. I'm cool. I got my card. I'm on the plane.
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. Hopefully they don't get to the point where they make it that you have to take this shit or you can't fly. I feel like it's coming.
It's coming. It's coming.
That's what I'm saying.
They're already talking about
that. Right. That's where it's getting.
But
so
imagine how many people gonna take it now, because a road trip, fuck that. I would rather take the 2-hour flight than the 17-hour drive any day.
Yeah.
And
so, and then like to get on a cruise ship it's gonna be that. Yeah, like you said, to get in and out the country.
So you ain't gonna get on nobody plane either, huh? So you'll take that road trip.
I'm out.
Well, I'm sorry, I live my life in the air, so I had to get mine.
I just started flying, and it's the greatest thing ever.
It is. It truly is. I agree. However, to put my kids in, like, nah, y'all not about to make me put that on me. Like, nah, I sit still for a minute until y'all get this shit together. Because it's not together. Get it together. Dude ain't gonna be in.
But we don't know how long.
This nigga, he not about to be in office. Y'all voted him in.
We don't know how long together is going to be for, though. So we don't know how long this COVID thing is really going to play out. I thought it would have been over. I thought I would have been shedding my mask. I can go back to normal life. Normal life ain't normal life anymore. It's going to be like the Trump shit.
It's going to be just like y'all dealt with Trump. Now y'all finna deal with this devil.
I read reports initially. It was giving people bills.
Everybody going to deal with this person. Whoever in office, everybody gonna deal with them. Whether you voted them in or not, you just gotta face the facts. They in office and they the ones either messing up or helping,
or both.
Yeah, at the same time.
All of it.
Well,
collectively.
Let's jump into a couple current events. All right. The music changed for the current events because we are saddened to remember the life of Black Rob. We lost the real one. This is 2 weeks in a row now. We had to suffer the death of DMX, and now we are suffering the death of Black Rob. Bad boy artist, made legendary tracks such as the one you're listening to right now. If anybody remembers the video that Black Rob released from his hospital bed to DMX, I think that's the first time I found out it was mine too.
All of us, yes.
Yeah, it was everybody.
Yes.
Because I never knew that he was sick, that he
right.
suffered from stroke or anything.
That was crazy. Like,
I was listening to the Joe Budden podcast, and Joe Budden was saying this is the reason that the rap game, they need to come together and get a union started for retirement funds for rappers. I don't know.
And who knew that was a thing? What? A retirement fund for
it's
rappers.
Not a thing yet.
Joe Budden wants to make it.
He wants to make it a thing. He wants the heads to get together, people like P. Diddy, Jay-Z, Jay Prince, Jermaine Dupri, all of them to sit down at a table and figure out how they can make a retirement plan. Rappers come in the game and they take some of their income and set it up into a 401k or a retirement fund so that they'll have something after they get done partying and popping pills and shit. That they'll have something when they retire. I mean, it's the truth.
It is.
And they do need it. Because you make hundreds of $millions of for these labels, and then once you're not hot anymore, you have no value to anybody.
So a couple of things that just perturb me with just when artists die. For one, I hate when people get on social media and be like, y'all never talked about these artists, now all of a sudden you're fans. That pisses me off. Because just because somebody don't sit and talk about people's music that have shaped the person that they are, that don't mean you're not a fan of somebody. Death to me, anybody asks me what I'm afraid of, it's to die. My biggest fear is death because you just don't see it coming. You don't know when it's coming. I want to make sure my kids are good. I want to be around. I just don't know when my time is coming. So just because we don't sit up and put statuses up about DMX all day, every day, don't mean that you're not a fan. That pisses me off. So people need to stop that. And then that's the worst shit you can do. Like somebody just lost their life and you want to say, oh, you wasn't really a fan because you didn't sit up on social media all day, every day and speak about that person. Yes.
These are still my feelings.
Exactly. Secondly, it's an artist named Zoe Dollars. And he put up a status that a lot of people have been sharing. He's saying, we run these people's streaming numbers up through the roof when they pass, but their families still aren't getting any money from that because that person didn't own their masters, no nothing. We just making the head of these corporations more money. And that shed light on me, and that pissed me off because people need to do more. Diddy just put up a post finally about Black Rob days after his passing. You still making money off what? Woe is making you a shitload of money right now.
especially right now.
It was sick. It was. They was trying to make jokes about it, but it was sickening that they were saying Diddy had something to do with his passing, and like they associate Diddy with everything Bad Boy. They was like, yeah, Diddy has something to do with.
But he can't control a man's
I'm
health.
like,
That man
oh my
had
god,
kidney
right?
failure.
I'm like,
Diddy, what?
why would y'all?
Okay, that's just
Like
ignorance.
for real,
That's
like
ignorance.
for real.
But it made me like I'm still gonna listen to DMX How's It Going Down a million times over. But people can't say don't listen to somebody. Well, you really not a fan, and then like the streaming thing, that's tough now because now I feel like I'm giving more money to the wealthy already instead of his kids that's still around all of that.
I mean, you think in a perfect world, people like, Puffy and them would break their families off, for some of their money, but we know he wasn't breaking the artists off when they were around, so why would he do, right by the kids and the family? I'm all for this whole thing of rappers need to set up some contingency plans for when they're out the game, because I know, when they're young and they're hungry and they're vibrant and they come out with a smash hit, most people think I'm going to be in the game. I'm here now. I'm going to be in the game for a while, which is quite to the contrary because I can name, 20 or 30 off the top of my head, one-hit wonders of people that had great hits and then just
Where
fell
are
off.
they now?
Yeah, fell off. I mean, talking about hits that probably damn near shook the United States and bam, they're gone. So there should be something set up for them to say, okay, your record sold, let's say 1 million copies. All right, out of that, we're going to take, the proceeds from 40,000 of those and put it in an IRA so it can start building interest. So we'll take about $30,000 and put it in an IRA. That way, when you hit about 55, 60, that money is yours. No matter what condition or state you in, you probably got $100,000.
That kind of remind me of what's that? Reebok did that with Iverson. You remember they had him in a deal that when he turned like 50 something, he get a bunch of million.
Payment.
Yeah, exactly.
He got a balloon payment for something like $20 million.
Yeah.
Okay. Payment or paycheck protection program, better known as PPP. These are loans that were put out last year by the federal government in excess of $952 billion that the government put aside to help struggling businesses, entrepreneurs, people that are basically self-employed. Since then, niggas have got a hold of it.
Niggas have got a hold of it.
And you guys have been cashing. I'm sure, but I can only talk to us because I'm one of
Don't just put it on us.
Y'all have got a hold of it. Y'all have been getting $20,000 checks.
Your drink, I could damn well take it.
I'll drink it. Okay. Don't worry about what's going on over here. We worry about your cousins and the PPP loans that everybody.
I might have wanted to do it. Look,
you gonna be right there with us though.
I ain't gonna flex. I thought about it too. Hey, seeing all these people who don't deserve 20 G's, I seen them getting 20 G's. I was like, shit.
You know what I could do with that?
But then I see the repercussions of getting that 20 G's, and I said, fuck that.
That really take you back.
What people didn't know is this is a government-funded project, which makes the recipients public information. So now the list has been, the list has been put out.
Who the hell did the list?
It's a government program. That's public information.
But why y'all doing the list?
So now they put out who got these loans and which.
Who put it out? That's what I want to know.
I'm gonna
Did
guess.
the government?
I'm gonna guess as it's the government.
The government.
The government put that out.
Put the list out. Now it may not have been, but I mean, who else would have this type of information?
The government.
That's what I'm saying. Who put the list out?
Now everybody is shaking in their boots because they know there's a record of who received these loans, where they live at, and how much they received.
And y'all
so
in my
now
business.
all of a sudden there are GoFundMe's popping up everywhere of people who are trying to have GoFundMe so they can pay this money back before the day of reckoning comes when the government wants their money.
Really?
Tory is the funniest dude ever.
Like,
when I saw his Facebook status saying he's not donating to nobody,
they got GoFundMes?
GoFundMes
to pay it back. While they still sitting on some of these people done ran through 20 G's because they ain't never had no money. This is
what? Wait a minute.
So I don't like the fact that the government That's why she only got $35 in that motherfucking
Help
now.
me pay
I
back.
don't like the fact that the government put out these people's
But
information.
wait, in the
Help me.
in the caption it says, well, at the heading of the GoFundMe says, help pay back the PPP loan. Then it says, you got 20,000 PPP loan. Now the feds are after me. Please help me. I can't do jail.
So
it's the I can't do jail for me.
she didn't know that jail was a possibility before
You're
she
right.
got the money.
Before she scammed out $20,000 for the government.
And you gotta know your limit, I thought.
Dude, but the people that donated are the funniest. Maisha donated $5. She said, y'all, this is raggedy. This is government money. It is not worth going to jail for. Please, they are the government. You know, they know where you at. Freedom is priceless. She gave her $5 after she gave that long speech. Ramon Williams just commented and said, POP, hold it down. And we got a James that donated $5,
Man, listen.
and he said, shower.
Leave these people to fuck along because some of these people are down and out. They don't know, like, they've been in the pandemic a long time. I know people personally
One
that
year.
did this.
And then the drove y'all crazy.
I know. Listen,
Look,
I know people
James
personally.
donated $5. He said, shower shoes on me with your simple ass. I'm with
Hey,
James.
you
At
can
least
be
he gave-
simple.
He gave bought us
Listen.
some shower shoes for prison.
Oh,
The saddest thing I done
it was
seen
the
come
shower
out
shoes
of
for me. I think that was the one. It was the shower shoes for me.
the saddest thing I done seen come out of this, and I just read this before I came here. So the government uploaded the list with people's addresses and stuff. The 7-year-old that just got killed in Chicago at the McDonald's. The father put up a status that said, my ops is after me. He got the PPP loan, and his enemies found out where he lived. And they follow him, and they killed that baby in the McDonald's.
Okay, that's where I was confused at. I said, wait, he got killed because of the loan?
The daughter, his
No,
daughter.
I don't think he got killed because
That's
of the
what
loan.
I'm like-
I think they
Yeah,
got
he had
Clarify
enemies.
that.
I think they got his information.
He had people that was after him that didn't know where he lived. So when the government released this list of people addresses,
His
they
mom.
got his address off of
And
that shit
came and
and came
killed
for
his
him
baby.
and then followed him and killed this baby.
7 years old.
7 years old.
That was actually in the shade room. They
That's
had the
what
little girl.
I was confused on. I'm like, wait a minute. So
So rest in
that's
peace to
what I
that
was
baby.
talking about, right?
And it just really
What?
brings full circle that money could be the root of all evil. Because if it wasn't for daddy getting his loan, then your enemies wouldn't know where the hell you live.
That is true.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying that nobody deserved that. It's just sad that this baby lost her life because her daddy was out here doing whatever made him have enemies.
Now the father himself is actually in critical condition right now. The victims of the shooting, a 7-year-old Jocelyn and a 29-year-old father. The officers arrived at the scene and they put Jocelyn in the back of the SUV, rushed her to the hospital, and she pronounced deceased.
Getting that baby
And
something
the
to eat.
daddy's still in serious condition right now in the hospital in Chicago. I mean, do I really blame that on the whole list of the PPP loan, or do I blame that on the
that's
daddy
what I'm
being
saying.
in some bullshit?
Right. Because that's why I was like, when
And
I
then
text you, I'm like.
And then you
the
put up a
lo-
post saying my ops is after me, and you at McDonald's with your 7-year-old. You should have been trying to get out of town with that,
Yeah,
whatever you had left.
Yeah, you knew what you were in. That ain't got nothing to do. I ain't gonna say that because I'm not.
Rest in peace to that baby. That's
Yeah.
just sad.
That's
At the end of the day, that
That's
she ain't had
it.
nothing to do with it.
That's it.
That was only 7 years old, had her
That's
whole
why
life
I'm
to live.
like, we watch
But
this
I'm like,
shit
Tori,
on
I'm not
TV.
donating. So don't nobody ask me for
Oh, you
nothing
on your way
because
to
you
jail
ain't give me
fucking
no
with me.
money. You ain't give me shit.
You was probably shitting on me, broke ass nigga.
You're a broke ass nigga. You was just in Arizona with your 20 band.
Cheetah, bitch. How about
Cheetah.
that? Have fun at the cheetah. Now, the game.
Y'all.
The game has lost his mind.
That ain't come from Casey, okay?
The game has
HK
lost
and
his
Tori.
mind because the game has been releasing
He lost his
tweet-
mind.
tweet after tweet after tweet.
You tried it. The game got his mind right.
And the game is single right now. Why he ain't got no woman if this is the way that he feels?
Hold
The
on,
game
hold on.
lost
Go
his
ahead.
mind.
You know what's funny?
What's
The
funny?
game
you know what's
lost
funny,
his
buddy?
mind. I'm gonna be quiet.
People like her, they're all. It's all one sex, really. That's really for the game
Yeah.
right now. But what they don't understand is sometimes the message gets lost in the messenger because this is a man that lost half his fortune 2 years ago in 2019 in a sexual assault case. They are so against rapists and everything that they stand for, and it's the people that commit sexual assault until they say, "Hold on, wait." Everybody knew about that.
We talked
about that on this show.
You talked about it,
right, on this show. But now you got feminists that are retweeting and sharing what the game said. I'm with him on this, but
pay them bills.
But you hate people.
If
like
you broke, just say that.
So what happened to the Me Too movement?
If you
shit?
broke,
out the window because
the nigga who used to just post dick pictures saying some shit and can't keep a woman.
If you broke, just say that.
And can't keep a woman.
If you broke, just say that.
They'll do anything for a check.
I'm not saying who. I didn't say who.
It don't matter that he sexually assaulted somebody.
Who knew about that?
The shade. I put it up on the shade room. One of his contestants on his show.
Who did he sexually
and then he didn't want to pay her, so VH1 took his shit. He lost the lawsuit again.
Okay.
Because he was trying to take some vagina.
He was raping bitches.
Exactly, but now the same nigga who raping bitches.
I'm asking you.
Hey,
he was.
If you what is touching
was,
on
was
touching on pussy without
he was found guilty.
He lost the lawsuit. He lost.
He was found guilty in court.
He was found guilty.
Hey, you don't care about none of that because
I
you want to
do.
get paid.
No, now I see him a little bit different.
No, you don't.
I do, Bessie. Like that's for real.
Yeah,
he was found guilty.
Found guilty. Twice.
Of raping somebody.
Twice.
And still didn't want to pay her.
And still don't want to pay her.
They had to attach his royalties to this.
Taking pussy. Taking it. He found
took
guilty.
Pussy.
Found guilty.
But this is what kills me.
You can Google it right from
I will.
This is what kills me. But please go.
Right now,
please Google it. What kills me is when niggas.
I didn't know that. And
we talked about it on this show.
I didn't know he was found guilty.
What kills me is when niggas do all this preaching about relationship shit, but don't even got a woman at home. So if you had this philosophy
or any money,
chicks do the same shit.
Or any money,
chicks
that's the biggest thing.
Shit.
He over here preaching all this shit and they got a dime to his name.
If he lived those philosophies, he would have a
pay
woman.
Half the rent. She ain't giving you half the pussy from a nigga that was trying to take some. He wasn't even paying for the pussy he was trying to get. He was trying to snatch it. Ooh. And y'all just, oh yeah, the game.
Shut your ass up.
That shit. You just was doing it.
I did. I posted that shit on my story, on my Instagram story. I sure did. But
y'all don't care who the information come from.
Okay, it still applies.
It still applies.
Whether or not it come from him, it still applies.
Because that's what y'all want to hear. That's what y'all
that's what applies.
How does it apply? How does it apply?
Your woman pay the mortgage? I'm not gonna personally listen. Mm-hmm. Everything is a situational basis. What you do in your household is what you do in your household.
Thank you. That's all
I'm not gonna sit up here and say, you know what I'm saying, what Nook do, what I do, what who do.
So don't become
I'm just saying.
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about him.
No, but what he said applies.
To who?
And the women who y'all be liking and y'all be all in they likes and shit, they agree. So until y'all ready to pay bills and ready to buy bags and ready to fund lives, stay in your lane.
That's why y'all never have no successful relationship. For real. Because y'all all after money and what y'all can get rather than trying to actually work on being a team.
Exactly.
If you sitting there and you live your life off of what a celebrity say anyways, then you really
you already done, folks.
You need to kill yourself. So, the game said that I'm kill yourself.
You better
who else is taking life lessons from the game?
From the game.
That's like right.
The
who taking life lessons from anybody? He had a
butterfly on his tattoo on his face.
Like who taking life lessons from anybody?
He was on what
he was
game
a stripper.
Show? Yeah. You ain't never seen the picture of him in a G-string? He was a male stripper. 50 Cent put him on blast when they was into it. The nigga was on, what was the game show when they used to flip the cars and say if you want to go on a second date and shit?
I forgot.
He was on there and got left on that show. But now you give him relationship advice. No. Pineapples. No.
Right. we can just go ahead and cancel the game out right now.
We ain't gonna cancel him, ladies. We know why though. The ladies ain't gonna cancel him all the way out, but he canceled out off of what I just heard. He canceled out off of that, but we know why else he ain't canceled.
Till you trying to take y'all cookies, and then y'all gonna be trying. I ain't trying to hear nothing.
That motherfucker
like, y'all
to his
knees.
Y'all
ain't had no business.
That motherfucker to his knees.
Sometimes you just gotta be a tough look.
That motherfucker to his knees.
All right, last one for current events. This one is on a more serious tip. I don't know if anybody kind of caught the video that went viral. It was an Army drill sergeant harassing a young black African American male, who was just walking down the street in front of his house. His wife was recording the video. His wife, who evidently was a Karen, went out. She went out there and called for her husband to come out there because there was a suspicious male walking in front of her house.
That made me so mad.
And her Army drill sergeant husband came out there trying to assert dominance, stating that the boy had to walk away.
Walk away now.
Walk away from their block.
Do something.
What do you do? Threatening the boy, pushing him, trying to choke him up. And for some odd reason, and this is how white privilege works, they don't see they're doing anything wrong because they were the ones that were recording it. There is no way on God's green earth if I was doing something like that to bully somebody, assaulting somebody, to punk somebody.
The wife was the one who was
She was the one who recorded.
I was like,
that's how white privilege works.
Right.
That's how white privilege works.
That's the wife?
The band steadily asking, please don't touch me. I didn't do nothing wrong. How come I can't? Why are you? One, you not even a cop. Why am I explaining why I'm walking and anything to you? This has nothing to do with you. So this video goes viral, and the rest of the neighborhood shows up at this drill sergeant's front door.
That was like how it started and
how it's
going.
They were like, come outside. We just want to talk to you, and we're on your lawn now. What are you doing? What are you going to do about it? And I truly believe that the police might not have got involved, except that was the only way to break that crowd up, getting that man out that house and taking him to jail. Because they went in the house, they arrested him, they charged him with third-degree assault to that boy. And
they also moved his family to a secure location.
As they should have, because that crowd wasn't going to be peaceful for too much longer. They was going to burn that man's house to the ground. With all the racial tension that's going on in this country right now, and I understand President Trump made y'all feel comfortable in who y'all are, so y'all think that y'all can just get away with this shit.
I have so many reservations about that video. Like, when I saw it, you could tell dude don't mean no harm. He wouldn't harm nothing. He wouldn't do nothing wrong. He like, what am I doing wrong? He just had to have the right nigga. Like, insert me and take him out of that video, because soon as you would have did all that tough shit, it was on and popping. Your wife was going to get fucked up, too, in the process. Like, it's a 2-for-1 special, because y'all recording this. Like, dude didn't mean no fucking harm. 2, you're a drill sergeant. You protect and serve this country, and yet and still, I know it's black men. And you
I'm like,
you
citizen. Already got that. You know how to put fear in people's hearts. Yes. So you get a young black dude,
but he wasn't fearful because he stood there and stood his ground. Like, I'm not doing nothing wrong,
for a minute until he got pushed up out his shit.
See that? I didn't see all of the video. I didn't see when he pushed him. I know I read he got pushed, but I never physically saw it.
Well, see, before the video cut on. Before the video came on, evidently the dude had grabbed him around the neck or something like that. Because he said he did it. And then the guy admitted he did it. And he said, I'll do a lot worse than that, too.
He was like, I'll do more to this to you.
But what have I done? So being black while walking in a neighborhood
is enough for somebody to come out and harass you.
My cousin Cleophas could have lived right up the fucking street, and I'm going to Cleophas' house. But because I'm a nigga in your neighborhood.
Well, here's the thing, though. It had to have been a diversified neighborhood, because most of those black people were from the neighborhood that came and stood in front of that man's house.
I saw that picture. That picture was black excellence, man. There was so many people. They was like, "Bring your come out." They was trying to come out now.
They stayed in the neighborhood.
Bring them out. Bring them out. Bring them out. I queued T.I. I was like, bring them out. Bring them out. Like, dude, really?
But you're right. He had the right one on the right day. But I mean, I'm glad it worked out the way it did, because the story could have got spinned if he had caught one of us out there.
Yeah.
You know, we had hauled off and broke his nose. Then it would have
Fucked him
been,
up.
oh yeah, he came
And then
over
chased
here
his wife in the house.
Then
No.
you know they'd arrested us quick. So I'm glad
But
more than likely the man
so
is facing
sick of it always having to be that way.
more than likely the man is facing
glad
disciplinary
we
action
I'm
from
glad
the
we
army.
didn't show
No, he
our
got let go.
ass.
Yeah,
He got let go. He got fired.
I'm-
He got let go from the army.
so he got dishonorably
He got,
discharged.
he got discharged.
Okay, so that means the man who was of 22 years of service or whatever has lost his pension. Yeah, has lost his pension, his health benefits, and all that, all because one, you listened to your wife because you wasn't even out there. You should have just been like, stop tripping and get your butt back in the house. But other than that, you
That's
try to
where I
show
was
your
going with it.
you wanted to go out there and show that you was a tough guy to your wife. And number two, you was dumb enough to let her record it. Because if they didn't record it, it would have been he said versus she said, and then his military record would have took over with the police, and they'd have been like, "Oh, he serves the country." And, right. Yep.
He went in the house, baby. You like the way I handled that?
Yeah, until 5 minutes later, and when everybody else showed up,
Hey, so
and then she was all sorts of dumb bitches and all that shit.
He was
Look
like,
at dumb bitch, you see what you got us into?
you gonna do that thing I like now because I handled that?
Yep.
Tell me to come get my shit.
Well, H. Kane, we're glad to have you back in the building.
I'm glad to be
today.
back.
You stopped by because you wanted to let us know about a joint project that you got getting ready to drop.
This-
Tell us about it.
This Friday, Expect the Unexpected. Me and my brother Dooch are doing a collab. So it's a whole 15-song project that's dropping. Like I told you when I was here the first time, I met Dooch in Milwaukee meets Atlanta. And we just really, like, developed the brotherhood. Like, I went to Houston with him a couple weeks ago to celebrate his birthday. That was after your mission trip. So I seen your mission trip, and I was like, I need to go do some good services myself. So I went to Houston with Dooch. But that's my brother, man. Whatever he need, I'm there for him. He there for me. And we just put out a whole project of good music. The intro and the outro was done by GA at 105.7. I met GA after the baptism dropped.
GA. Shout out to him.
That's my dude.
That's my dude.
But his
for real.
voicemail really got him doing that. And I was like,
I'm
really?
going to holler at him in due time, but that's my dude.
Yep, so he did the intro. On my birthday, he came to the studio, did the intro and the outro. And me and him struck up a friendship after the baptism drop because he really liked the project. And he interviewed me for the radio station that's on his Instagram page. I mean, so... yeah, me and Dooch got a dope project. I mean, versatility, lyrics, dope production, everything. I just can't wait for everybody to hear it.
So how'd y'all come up with this project?
I proposed it to him. I wanted to do it with other people, but some of the other people weren't, available to do the project. So, nothing stops the show. Me and him was just like, let's just do it ourselves. And we just, like, Dooch, I don't think enough people sing Dooch praises. Creatively, music-wise, dude is one of the dopest people that we have in the city.
If they ain't seen him by now, they
stupid.
First of all, I ain't even about to, that's my cousin.
He's so dope.
Like for
dope.
real.
Like I said, I told the story on another podcast. Like, I could put a beat on for the album, and it was just like me. He'll do a chorus instantly, and it'll be lit. And I'm like, dude, how do you do this? Like, most people got to write. His sense of music is just unparalleled. Like, he's dope. So I think it brought out some of the best music in me. It really took me to places that I didn't know I can be, and the project just speaks for itself. It's a dope project.
Okay. Any special features? Any special guests?
It's just GA did the intro and the outro, and then we got Bergie Streets and Renz Young. They on the song that we got called Family Ties on the album. Those are the only features that we have. Everybody else, I mean, we could have did more for the album. We could have got more people, but we just felt like we wanted to keep it at where it was.
Hey, that's dope. That's dope.
So the lead single, On God, has done amazing on all streaming platforms. If you haven't heard On God, you most definitely need to. It really set the precedent of what this project is going to be.
Okay. Any special beat makers outside of your core crew?
Othello. I mean, he's doing a lot of industry stuff. Ant Chamberlain. He did a song on my album. He's the one that produced Tootsie Love Cycle. He produced the intro track, which is titled Expect the Unexpected. So, yeah, that's just about it. It's a lot of different producers that really contributed to it. But it's amazing. It's really music that when you hear it, it don't sound like what Milwaukee is known for. Like, I read an article about a couple weeks ago that was on, like, I think Complex or Double XL or something like that, and the guy put up, like, the best artists in the city, and it was all people who make that music that's just one-dimensional. And we were like, no, you don't know really what this city has to offer, you know. So it's a dope project. I mean, I just can't wait for it to be heard. I really can't. It's dope, and I really think it's gonna be a lot of good reviews of the album.
Well, the Baptism was fire. Dooch single that he came out with. Damn it, what's the church one?
Keep on.
Keep on.
Him and Rizzy. That was on a.
Yeah.
And he just dropped. I mean, for the people that don't know, for his birthday, he dropped a 4-piece. It's called Four of Them Things, and Four of Them Things, like, amazing. Like, dude, just amazing. Like, low key, he could be doing an R&B chorus, and then, like, he's so versatile that's what I'm saying. Like, people don't sing Dooch praises enough.
When I talk about him, like, when I was just talking about him, he said, she drunk. I'm like,
no. Dooch is
like,
a lot of people just don't know about him.
About Dooch,
I didn't know about him before I met him. Like, I didn't know about Dooch, and I hate that I cheated myself out of really knowing this brother's catalog. Like,
man, listen,
you know,
that
so
man is the truth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we definitely look forward to hearing the project. Make sure you post it in.
I most definitely I will post it. It drops midnight on Friday. On God, like, if y'all haven't heard the single On God, please go Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, wherever the case may be. Listen to it. You know what I'm saying? I think it deserves to be heard.
We'll make sure that Tom plugs that in, and we'll close the show with that.
Okay.
With that track.
Most definitely.
Shout out to you. Shout out to Dooch. Should have brought Dooch with you.
I told
you.
Dooch.
No, he in Denver, ain't he?
No, he back.
Oh, he back?
Dooch be doing. Yeah, he be doing a million things. Like, that's one thing about my brother. He busy. He really real life busy, working, doing everything. He busy. So I most definitely wanted to bring him with.
Yeah, you should have, but I understand because he produces a bunch of podcasts himself. He's what I've coined as one of the pod fathers. And I will say, always a laid back dude, always a great dude to sit up and talk to. I went to pick up a hat from him the day before I went to Houston. And me and Dude stood there in the corridor of the hallway and talked for about 45 minutes about nothing.
And that's just how natural it comes.
I went to pick up an Everyday Media hat that I lost in Houston. And literally we stayed and sat.
How you lose the hat?
It was my birthday.
Oh, you was doing your mission work and you lost that. Okay.
Too much communion. Then I lost that. I lost
Speaking
the hat
of March,
in Chapman and Kirby.
Fuck that.
Because Chapman and Kirby told me I had to take the hat off to come in.
Yep, they made me go take mine to the car.
My polo hat that I had this bin, and they was like, put your hat in here. And I was so lit when I got to Chapman and Kirby. I took it off, threw it in the bin. And I don't remember leaving Chapman and Kirby. I remember the next morning waking up like, where's my Everyday Media dad hat? And everybody like, you ain't had no hat on? And they start showing me pictures and stuff. I'm like, I did have a hat on when we went and we started today. I was like, you know what? They was like, you know what? You took it off when we got to Chapman and Kirby because they wouldn't let you in with it. And you never went back and got it. Somebody down there had just came up on Everyday Media.
But they repping the brand. I mean, like,
that was a $30 hat too, man.
Houston was different. Like, I was supposed to fly back that Sunday, and they was like, you gonna miss Sunday Fun Day. I'm like, what the fuck is Sunday Fun Day? They was like, what the equivalent of what a Friday night or Saturday night in Milwaukee used to be is what a Sunday is there. So I was like, let me not fly back. I'm gonna go back Monday.
And that's what I was talking about, like, down there on Sunday Fun Day, because I don't believe nobody work on Monday morning in Houston.
They can't, because they be fucked up.
So you can go to like 5 or 6 different big ass places, and every last one of them packed. Jumping.
Everywhere we went that weekend, we went to Address that Saturday. Address was crazy. Like, Houston is amazing. Like, I probably never lived there,
but
All
I
right,
love
are we
going.
still recording?
Yeah, we still recording.
No, I
Wait,
didn't
before
know
you
if
cuss,
we was
before
still
you cuss Tone out, you gotta go to the bathroom.
No, I
Oh.
was just wondering.
Oh, I'm
It's
saying,
amazing.
You gotta go to the bathroom.
No, I'm about to beat his ass.
Well,
in
please
a
do
minute,
that off
like,
camera.
Fuck, dude.
Thank
like,
y'all for tuning in to this
what
episode of
is he
Real Bar
talking
Talk
about?
Podcast.
Like, that's his second time saying that
You
shit.
can wherever we
I'm
stream,
chilling.
wherever we
Fuck
stream
wrong with
podcasts,
you?
you can check us out.
Like,
We
I asked a fucking question.
we shout out to H Kane for
They
coming
sit up
through.
here talking
My
about
brother, my
Houston,
boy.
how that-
I love y'all.
I didn't say we even had to end the interview. Like, fuck Tone. Like, fuck Tone.
Project drops at midnight
Tone ain't
on
got
Friday.
shit to say to me right now. For
We all
real.
family.
He-
Family
he-
fights.
Yep,
he
it's
better
Family
know
feud.
that
We're
now.
gonna do this off camera. Y'all make sure
Yeah,
y'all
he better
next
know
drink
that
is a
shit
cold
now.
one. We out.
'Cause
On God, nigga, on God. Shit ain't no surprise when you know niggas been working on it all our lives. Getting to it all our lives, your response should be on God. If you really know niggas, your response should be on God. If you really down, my nigga wouldn't be surprised.
Hire the blunt roller just to come and roll a stink. While I do circles round these niggas like a roller rink. Hit you 182 before you even blink. These rock and roll metaphors before you even think. No psyche valve, but I could play your shrink. My bars full of calcium, Duke is made of zinc. Grizzly like Ja, bet I rule how I murder ink. I'm looking for revenge like Emmett Pink. Y'all push me to my brink. In this armor, y'all ain't seen a clink. This shit here is the missing link. Been in the jungle, came out that bitch rockin' chinchilla. Ducci had a mink. They say we in sync. No Justin Timberlake. Laugh now, cry later. Dirk and Drake. Twin Dracos in the full house. Ashley and Mary Kate. Penthouse flow, watch me elevate. On shit I levitate. Bottles up, it's time to celebrate. On God.
On God, nigga, on God. Shit ain't no surprise when you know niggas been working on it all our lives. Getting to it all our lives, your response should be on God. If you really know niggas, your response should be on God. If you really down, my nigga wouldn't be surprised. Guess I gotta remind them again. Niggas hitting snooze, I pop up like it's my time again. Sewn in my jeans, boy, I'm designed to win. Like damn, Daniel, how you make it out the Lions den? Remain focused, put my blinders in. So I ain't noticed you guy in them. Put myself on this pedestal, you not eyeing him. But on the low, yeah, your boy been supplying them. Say it's work down south, well, yeah, I'm flying in. I need it all. When I say this shit all mine, I mean it all. If they say it's somebody else's, I need a call. Cause the shit look different on our side, we need to talk. I made myself a boss. You see that price I paid, whatever it costs. Gave them that cane and now I can't get them off. Know that it's nothing better, not a flaw. The way that we put it together, couldn't measure on God. On God, nigga, on God. Shit ain't no surprise when you know niggas been working on it all our lives. Getting to it all our lives, your response should be on God. If you really know niggas, your response should be on God. If you really down, my nigga wouldn't be surprised.